Story time on how the guy I was going to fly out to go see ghosted me the week before. So grab your tea, your coffee, Starbucks, and get ready for this. This was already a while ago, so I really don't care anymore. But I thought I'd share with you guys because this is real life. So I was talking to this guy on and off. It wasn't anything serious, I will say that. Because we knew we lived we lived far apart. He lived in LA, I live in Chicago. So we lived miles apart, but we were on and off for about a good 3 years. And it finally came to the point where I was just like, you know what are we doing? Like, when am I going to meet you? And so I was going to fly out, which now I would not do that. He should have came and he should have bought a flight here. But I did assume that he was going to like pay for my ticket or pay for, wherever we were going to stay, because he didn't have his own place. And he agreed that, I was going to go on these dates. He was going to take time off of work. I was taking off time off of work. And I just did it. I just booked my trip. I got my flight. And then I just kind of kept lingering, like, are you going to, like, send me money? Or are you going to go half on this? Like, what are we doing? Nope, he did not. So I ended up just getting the Airbnb. Like I said, I was dumb. And I got the Airbnb. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to see you, like, it's going to happen. And let me be clear again. We already had the conversation. Like, if you ever get into a relationship or if you ever find somebody and you're serious, like, let me know. Like, we were both on those type of terms, right? Because, like, again, we live so far away. So it really, but then at this point, it's like, you know what? I really like this person and he really liked me too. So we just agreed, like, it's time to meet. Like, I'm not with anyone, you're not with anyone. Let's just meet. So probably texting that day, whatever. And when I sent the message, it did not send. And so I'm like, this is weird, right? And I'm already, nervous. Like, it's going to be like in a week, I'm going to go see this person. Everything was ready to go. And I just was getting this feeling and I was so nervous. And to find out, like, I'm blocked. So then I hurry up and I get on social media, right? I get on Instagram and I'm blocked. I cannot, like, see his page. So at the time I'm at work and I like go with my coworker. I was telling her everything, and I go with my coworker to the bathroom and I'm like, can you just like look him up and see if you can find his page? And sure enough, she was able to look his username up, and his page is private, but it, his page came up, and for me it wasn't. So yeah, guys, I was blocked. And I remember that day, I cried and couldn't believe it. I could not believe the week before my trip, I just get blocked. And so I immediately, went to where I bought the ticket and gave me a credit so that for my flight. And then I went and I, wrote to Airbnb and they completely refunded me the money. Y'all, and the most craziest part is after a week or two of him blocking me and me canceling the trip, this man has the audacity to call me. He calls me after, the date that I was supposed to be over there. I get a phone call like late at night. And it's on IG. So he's calling me from IG. And I'm like, my heart's racing, like, I'm just like, oh my God, like, he's calling me. So I pick up and he like just is, I'm sorry. Like, all this, stuff. And he's just apologizing. And he has the nerve to be like, did you end up coming still? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I should have said yes. But so he tells me that this girl that's not his girlfriend is crazy, and she found out you were coming, and she blocked your number on my phone, and she blocked you on IG, and she's not my girlfriend. I don't even like her like that. Lies, right? So I'm just like, all right. I honestly had no words. I don't even remember like saying anything to him. I was just like, whatever. You're full of BS and you wasted my time. And if you knew that you were talking to somebody, you could have said that. And he was just saying he was sorry and he loved me. Guys, so this gets even better. So while he's telling me all this, he's telling me he loves me. He's telling me that she doesn't mean anything, whatever, right? Lies, gaslighting. He ends up slipping up and accidentally calling me her name. So then I'm like, because he said, oh, her name, I mean Stephanie. And I'm like, so then I like go to my Instagram and I start peeping, and I go and look to see if I find somebody that watches my story with that name. And bingo, I found her. So this girl, I don't know how long, but this girl has already been watching my stories, right? She's been on it. She's been clocking. So I'm like, oh, okay, got it. And then also, now that I remember, he did say like, I'm going to go over there and like, I still want to see you. I'm going to buy a flight and I'm going to go over there and see you, and all this lies, right? So I'm just, again, I have nothing to say to him. Like, I'm so disappointed. I'm so hurt. And I'm telling him how hurt I am. And why would you lie? We told each other we would be honest. If you're seeing somebody serious, just let me know. I'm going to be cool. So I said, this was when I was petty, right? I don't even do petty. I'm just not as petty as I should be. So I said, okay, well, she's watching my stories, right? Since I knew that she was watching my stories, I decided to go on my IG, and I was at my cousin's house, and I just posted a picture of her house, and then I just put the location, and I just, you know how you can go and you add your location to your story, and I just put that I was over there. I kid you not. That later, maybe 3-4 hours later that night, I get home, and this number that I do not know, but it told me where it was from, right? The caller ID. And it was calling me. She's calling me to ask, the first thing she asked if this is Stephanie. I'm like, yeah, who's this, right? And she tells me her name, and it's the girl that he said. And she says, yeah, I'm just calling because I heard, or I saw, I don't remember what she said, that, you were here. Are you with, what's his? And then another thing too, I would have like felt differently if she didn't like rub me the wrong way, because it wasn't even like a girl to girl type of talk. It was just very straightforward. Like, are you here because I saw that you were here? And then first of all, I'm like, oh, how did you even know that, right? And she just asked if I was with him because she was supposed to be meeting up with him, and he hasn't been answering her phone calls, and she's been trying to contact him. And I'm like, sorry, who are you? Like, she said, I'm his girlfriend. I'm like, well, from what he told me, he doesn't have a girlfriend, and you're not what you think that you are. And she didn't even care. She just was like, well, I'm just looking for him. I was just wondering. And I think I hung up on her. I don't remember. Up on her. And during that time, he did end up unblocking me on Instagram when he called me and everything. So I ended up sending him a message, and I sent him a screenshot of the number that called me. And I said, don't have your girlfriend calling my phone asking me where you are. And then I ended up being blocked again by him. So that's my story time. Yeah. Thankfully, I got my money back, and I'm never flying out for nobody ever again. Nope, it's not happening. If they wanted to, they would.
Hey, what to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Dating in my city be like. Let me tell y'all what, man. Hey, these ex-girlfriends is crazy. They'll hack everything. These ex-girlfriends, they'll try to sleep with you. They will. They know they can get you. They'll try to sleep with you, let you go to sleep, and they'll purposely let you go to sleep. They'll be asleep, and they'll stay awake, and they'll sneak out of the bed, steal your phone, and go through your phone and then use the face thing to to do it and go through your phone. Man, trust me, man. I had the worst nights of my life. This is why I don't go. This is why I don't mess with stupid females no more. And it's just like, girl, it's like you would do all this. You would go through all this. You would go through all this, you know? And I just be like, all right, man, I hope you got what you wanted, honestly. Um, but one thing is a girl would do all that, but you be like, let me see your phone. No, you can't see my phone. You can't see my phone. Well, then you go through my phone and you mad at this girl. You got you calling all the girls in my phone doing all this stupid stuff and be mad as hell. Be mad as hell. Got your blood boiling. It just brings back so many bad memories of stupid broads going through my phone while I'm sleeping. That shit is just so stupid. Like I just feel so dumb going to sleep around bum bitches. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I'm gonna have to cut that out. Mind me, man. It used to just, man, it just used to burn my blood, man. So, you know, hey, it's crazy though because they don't have nothing really going on. They don't if I'm not with you and I'm out here sleeping with other women and you worried about going through my phone to see who I'm messing with, you obviously know I'm messing with somebody else. Why are you even with me? Like I don't understand that. I don't understand women that know they getting played that decide they want to get played and they want to see who you messing with. As if I'm gonna stop messing with them for you. It's not gonna make because you doing that is not going you trying to get me over there to mess with you is not gonna make me stop messing with anybody else. It just makes it worse. If they wanted to, they would. I hate that it's true. If a man wanted to stay with you, he would. No, man. If a man is already cheating on you, he's not gonna stay with you. No man is gonna continue to be fake. No man is gonna wake up and be like, "All right, it's time to be faithful." Ain't no man woke up at 40 years old and be like, oh, "I'm done cheating on this, bro." ain't no man did that. Ain't no man did that. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I have done is I was like, I've got into new relationships being like, man, shit, I'm done playing games. That's what I have done. I've got into new relationships and be like, or here's the thing. Here's the thing. I fell out of relationships like we broke up and we've broken up and broken all the way up. Like we ain't together. And then you try to get back in a relationship and you be like, all right, I'm faithful. I ain't talking to nobody. You talking to anybody? And then they can't say they not talking to nobody. Well then, no, we can't do this. Mm-mm. If you can't show the same openness that you want me to show, then I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because that means you still think you think you about to get your lick back, nigga. That's not finna happen. So it's just not finna happen. Like, just if the cheating is going on, just leave those relationships alone. Those at that point in time, leave that relationship alone, because that person will never. You won't get over that hurt from that person. Um, I said something in a video the other day, and I was just like, if you let somebody burn you a couple times, or let somebody burn you, and then it'll let you know if you love them, if you can stay with them through. It won't. It won't. It won't work. Who has got burnt by somebody and then been like, oh shit, I'll marry this person? Hell no. You know? So that ain't finna happen. You know what I mean? So just stay, you gotta be faithful from the beginning. You gotta be faithful from the get go. And sometimes men ain't if the man ain't faithful from the get go, he not gonna be faithful at all. And if he do slip up and he mess up and he see what kind of there's some men that mess up and they end up like getting back on track, and they women forgive them. But 90% of the dudes that do that, they some dogs, and they not gonna do it. And and if I'm cheating on you, just know. If I'm cheating on you, just know, shit, girl, you ain't got a hope in heaven. That's OB. That's OPJ. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's young PJ. But I'm just saying. That's what it's like when you messing with somebody young and or young minded. When they cheating, you ain't got a hope in heaven. They gotta be really ready to settle down. And if they cheating, they not ready to settle down. So you're not finna stop them. They have to be ready. And once and once they're ready to settle down, and they are settling down, you still are holding that hurt. And if you even sense that he's cheating, he's not gonna like that you feel that you're accusing him of cheating and he's not cheating. And that's gonna continue to hurt your relationship. So that's why these girls be going through their phones, and they be still trying to be in these relationships. He ain't never go that girl going through that phone trying to get that man back. She ain't never gonna be happy with that man. She gonna be going through his phone forever. She gonna always be miserable. Oh, you liked her video. You liked her page. You did this. You did this. You was smiling at that girl at the store. What? You accepted a friend request. Man, this one chick said, she said I said something on she said I said something to a girl on a social media site, and basically it was a basic ass comment. And it was a basic ass comment. And she made it seem like I was trying to hit on a girl. And I was like, do you if you read the comment, it's a basic ass comment. But if you want somebody if you looking for somebody to be cheating on you, then yeah, it might be. But okay. So you just looking for somebody to cheat on you, but all right. And sometimes you be with a girl. Sometimes you be with a girl who looking for you to be cheating because they be cheating. Or like guys who you catch a guy cheating because you catch a guy cheating because he done burnt you, and you be like, who you catch that from? Who would I catch this from? Who would I catch this from? Who'd you catch this from? We seen that.